a perfect start of the week. If you don't know what I'm talking about this beautiful setup right here on NAS 100 that I took yesterday, Monday, 23rd of June. I took this setup on my funded account and I closed a $4,035 profit on it. I've also sent this setup in my private community and a lot of people were able to make really good profits on it, whether it was on a funded account or on a personal account. And after the setup played out, I posted a poll in my community where I asked if you guys want to see a full breakdown on this setup to see my exact thought process behind it, and almost everyone voted for yes, and it was the poll with the most votes so far. So I saw that you guys were really excited for this trade breakdown, and because of that I decided to deliver. Today it is Tuesday morning and I decided to record the full breakdown, and in order to do that I will use the bar replay mode to show you guys in real time everything that was going through my mind. So let me use the bar replay mode and bring it back here. This is where the price was at when I opened the chart on NASDAQ for the first time yesterday. And the first thing I did is on the 1 hour time frame, I marked the liquidity levels, okay? And my upper liquidity level was this valid high right here that was newly formed. I always look for fresh levels, and then if I can find valid ones, then I look to the left to find some valid levels, okay? But ideally would be for me to find fresh valid liquidity levels, okay? As we did here. And then the opposite one was this newly formed valid low, okay? So the liquidity levels were looking really good on the 1 hour time frame. After I marked them, I then waited for one of the two to get taken out, either the high or the low. Now let's play the price and we can see that the high was liquidated. However, we can see that we don't have a beautiful H1 sweep because this candle fully closed above the high, okay? And reason I'm mentioning this is because lately I received a lot of questions on this topic from people asking me whether I take setups that have no beautiful H1 sweep. And the answer to that is yes, only if I have a different higher time frame confluence. Yes, the beautiful H1 sweep is a very good higher time frame confluence. However, if I don't have it, that doesn't mean that I won't look for any other confluences. And in this case, if we look left on the 1 hour time frame, we can see that we have this H1 unmitigated supply. And this right here is a very good higher time frame confluence. So let's mark it over here as well, H1 supply. After that, I've also checked the 4 hour. Remember, we were up here. Now the full candle has printed on the 4 hour, but we know that we were up here. We look left and we see that we have no confluence on the 4 hour, and neither do we have a confluence on the daily. So the only higher time frame confluence was this H1 supply, which in my opinion is a very good one, because we can see that price from up here went lower, broke this low, and then went even lower and broke this low as well. So it had a pretty good push towards the downside, and I know because of that, price could have a reaction from this H1 supply. After that, I hopped on the 5 minute and I marked, let me quickly delete the supply. I usually would draw a line, but there's no point to do it now because we already know what's up. Then on the 5 minute, I marked that we have an A+ potential depending on the market structure shift. And no matter how good the higher time frames might look like, if I don't have an aggressive market structure shift on the 5 minute, I will not take the setup. And then I also saw that on the 5 minute, we liquidated this high over here, this local top. And that for me is a very good added confluence because price basically liquidated some more early sellers, accumulated some more volume in order to make an aggressive push. That's how I like to think of it, as a pit stop where price stops, gains some volume, accumulates some volume to then make the big push in the opposite direction. And we can see immediately after price liquidated this top, it made a pretty aggressive push towards the downside. Okay, it broke structure here. This is a valid shift because it fully closed below it, so it's looking very good. However, if we play one more candle, we can see that there is no fair value gap. Because of that, right here, I had no valid setup that I was able to take, and that's why I continued waiting. Okay, I continued waiting. Let's play the price. Let's continue and check this out, guys. Okay, check the volume out. Okay, look at the bearish momentum. price broke structure right here, another full body closure below the low. So this is a valid market structure shift, but this time we have fair value gaps as well. Okay, this is the first one. And price created a second VVG right here. And we can see all of a sudden the momentum has shifted from bullish to bearish. Look at the candlesticks as well. Okay, the candlesticks don't lie. The body is big and the wick is small. That right there tells me that the momentum is aggressively bearish and that most likely price will continue lower from here. Okay, because of that, I placed my sell limit on this fair value gap right here with the stop loss above the high. And then of course I targeted the good old 2RR. Okay, so once again, we can see it is looking very, very good. Right after I placed my sell limit, I've set this trade in my private community as well. And on that note, if you would like to work with me one-on-one and become a member of the private community as well, you can apply for the mentoring program by clicking the first link down below. And now let's play the price and see what happened. We can see that with the next candle, I got triggered, and initially it had a very beautiful sniper reaction to this VVG. We can play the price and we can see that price went lower, and right here it hit the 1R and it also smashed the first target. And I knew that already there were people that closed profits on this setup because I have people in my community that go for the first target due to the fact that they will have a bigger win rate doing that. Okay, but I personally continued holding the setup. I continued holding it. I also didn't move the stop loss at break even yet. And we can see that it revisited the VVG, it revisited the entry, but it had a beautiful reaction to it. Okay, we can all agree it had a very beautiful reaction, and then it moved lower. And let me show you when I moved my stops at break even around here. Yeah, when price broke this candle's low, that's when I moved my stop loss at break even. And with the next candle, I think, yeah, with the next candle, the take profit was hit on this trade. Once again, I secured how much? $4,035 on the setup. Once again, this is the profit. Again, it was a really beautiful setup and a beautiful way to start the week. I'm also really happy that many of you guys profited from it as well. If you did, why not comment down below? I want to see how many of you guys profited from this setup. And also let me know down below in the comment section if there's any questions or any unclarities. Okay, let me know, because after I post the video, I'll make sure to go through each and every single comment. Also, I would really appreciate you if you would drop a like. If of course you enjoyed the video, feel free to share it as well. Make sure you subscribe to not miss out on any future uploads. And if you want to see a series where I got a 200k prop firm challenge and documented everything from the challenge phase to the payout, you can watch the first video of that series by clicking the video that will pop on the screen now. And lastly, I want to wish you all the best and take care.